Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Crusader Kings III, where we are playing as King Leto of Frisia. We spent the stream yesterday, basically in the latter years of Odium Infinitum's reign, where we consolidated our realm, went off to Sweden, took Sweden, so Sweden is now owned by our brother, Dominic Lauda, and just consolidated our territories, got some more lands, fought a couple of battles, but the map at the moment is looking quite interesting, because we're definitely starting to see, like, blocks of territory starting to emerge. So we've got Österö up here in Sweden now. That was one of my main objectives, is most of Scandinavia was still old Österö. Now that we own Sweden, it's going to slowly but surely become new Österö, which is going to be very good for us and the long-term health of the religion. Anjou is still Österö, as are we. Meanwhile, England clearly has adopted Insular, as has Ireland, though there is a bit of a clash between old Österö and Insular up in Ireland. But Scotland is Catholic, so there is going to be a bit of a breakdown over there. Waldesian still has a couple of holdout territories here, there and everywhere, but they have definitely been losing the battle in France to Österö. In Iberia, we still have Wuluwadi and Catholic, though Catholic does seem to be losing ground. In North Africa, Seguic and Bidaic seem to be reigning supreme, with some of the smaller ones like Bori, except over here, where there's a big bit of Bori. So still a lot of interfaith wars going on in Africa. And we've got a massive chunk of Ashari out here in Arabia and Persia going on into Pakistan and Afghanistan. Orthodoxy, however, reigns supreme in northeast Africa and in Egypt, and then of course in the Byzantine territory. So I'm assuming... Oh no, this is Basharid. This is another Orthodox kingdom. Oh, now that's interesting. So Basharid is what I would have assumed would be one of the Muslim states, but it's not. It's Orthodox. Orthodox Egypt. Well, that's going to be interesting, because it kind of looks like any crusades are going to be torn between Orthodox, Ashari, Ibadi, Slovacican, and probably Österö. Maybe Wuladi down in Iberia. There's definitely still a big conflict brewing in Iberia. Whether the Catholics can push back and push out or not, I don't know. And it does look like most of Germany is going to be fairly staunchly Catholic. Then, interestingly, we also have a couple of little bits of Wuladi up here in northern Scandinavia. So how they got there, I have no idea, because that's quite a long way. And then Cabarite over here. This is the massive Jewish Khazarite realm, and they've done really well for themselves. Khazaria, Ruthenia, those are all Cabarite now. Old Österö holding out in Novgorod. We may actually want to take Novgorod and try and secure it for the dynasty and start them converting to Österö as well. That might be another goal for us this session. Then over in India, Svetabara, Yayapanya, Vaishyaravite seem to be having a bit of a clash between them. Then we've got Mahavana and Ari over in Bangladesh and Burma, and then Theravada down in Ceylon, Sri Lanka, and Karbwe Bonpo in Tibet, and Manichaean, and then a very big Tengri host coming in across this steppe with a number of different steppe peoples, nomadic peoples. No Mongols yet, but that's still another, 200 years away, something like that. So it's going to be interesting how the Mongols shake all of this area up, and whether the Cabarites can survive that. Meanwhile, in terms of realms, France is still a mess, Germany is still a mess, this is still this. Byzantium still reigns supreme, fairly consolidated at the moment. The Islamic world is also fairly consolidated between the Saffarids, the Bustasosids, and I guess the Marwinids, although Valencia is also rising quite strong. In fact, Valencia has made it into France. Kanam, Ghana, Takur, Kong, Guinea, Abyssinia, Ajuran. That's a strong Ajuran. And then Pratihara starting to emerge as a dominant power in India. So, yeah, that is where things are. Oh, Skåne might actually be able to form Denmark. In fact, Sjælland's gone. Skåne's taken over the whole thing. So I wonder where my dynasty people are. Which branch was that? I think it might have been this one? No. No, it wasn't. Rakisa. Vassal of the Kingdom of Sweden. Rakisa. You're in the County of Guinness. Dominic's in Sweden. You're in Oversticht. Uppland, you're in Sweden. King Hakon! No! He's a king! Sjælland actually managed to form Denmark. We have a third kingdom. We didn't even know it. We have 3! And then Chieftain Gregor over here in Memel. Old Dire Magnus over in Visby. And Visby. Yeah, so we have 3 kingdoms. So this is the Visby branch under Jarl Dire. Then this is the Danish branch under Hakon. Yeah, that's Silver Knight. He was Sjælland. And he looks like he's getting a pretty strong dynasty going. That's good. And then we have the Swedish dynasty, which is Dominic. And then we have the Frisian dynasty, which is me. Unfortunately, this means that there is actually quite a lot of competition for the dynasty itself. And right now, Dominic Lauda is actually the dynasty leader, not me. That's based on the number of territories owned when the previous dynast dies. And because he took Sweden and I took half of Frisia, he was the dynast. I think now there would be a little bit more competition between the two of us, but I suspect that Sweden is still bigger. So unfortunately, because I gave the bigger crown to my brother is currently the head of the dynasty, which also, and this actually kind of annoys me, means that he's very likely to choose the next legacy. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. We're at 1700. Next dynasty, next one's available at 1000. Oh, sorry, 2000. So, yeah, I have a feeling that's going to be out of our hands. Have I checked out Haston of Nuntus? No, but I know who you mean. Is it time to dismantle the Byzantine Empire? No, they're too far away. I don't think I can even get a declaration of war on them. Have any other religions reformed other than my Österu? Good question. Slovanianska hasn't. Cabarite, I think, starts reformed. Yeah, it's organised. Slovananska is unreformed. Suamenusko is unreformed. Österu, we know, is unreformed. Vidalist, unreformed. So, short answer to your question, nope. Insula's Christian. Waldesian's Christian. Catholic's Christian. These are all unreformed as well. Oh, that's a different faith entirely. That's Senegumbia as opposed to Monday. And Horsian. Interesting. And Yoruba. There's a whole bunch of different faith types down here. Like under the broad category of different faiths. Shri. Hold on, are these just hostile? These are just hostile. These aren't nearly as negative towards us as Catholicism is. Oh, it's in all of the pagans, in fact. Except obviously for Old Österu. Okay, so yeah, we, I think, want to try and convert Gardariki. Whether it's done by taking their throne, or if it's done just by getting them to convert. I really wish that there were more ways of interacting with other people's religion. Like, how are you supposed to spread reformed faiths if it's only going to go to your own realm? Oh yeah, then we have Estonia. This is the former king of Sweden. I love the fact that we have 3 kingdoms now. I did notice yesterday that there is the Dynasty of Many Crowns decision that you can take, and requires 10 different kingdoms of your dynasty. And I did see that we were 3 out of 10, but I had no idea who the 3rd one was. Didn't even occur to me that it would be Denmark. So now all Denmark needs to do is take Skåne, and then we would have a proper Denmark over here. He's a feudal Viking that starts out with 6,000 gold, 2,000 prestige, and 3,000 event troops. Yeah, he's the guy in Montague, isn't he? What happened to the Rurikids? I think they're still in Gardariki. No, they're not. That's Cracker. Oh, interesting. I'm not sure then. Find character. Rurikid Dynasty. No characters? I find that unlikely. Because that was a big family. Oh, top realm. No, wall. There we go. I was going to say, that seems unlikely that they would have been wiped out. So yes, they do still have some territories, including... Oh, this is a split off from Rurikid. Yeah, you can see that that's actually a cadet house. So one of the cadet branches took over Gardariki. There's a couple of House of Rurikids as well around, including a count, a chieftain, a countess, a chieftain. Another count. So yeah, Rurikid's still around. Looking pretty strong. Yeah, I was pretty sure they weren't dead, because I know I've married a few in my time. They're a big dynasty. They're a very big dynasty. And actually, that kind of makes me wonder... Oops. What their level of splendor is noteworthy. So are we. They're the same level of splendor as we are. And in fact, I think we're actually more. Because we're up here. Haha! Overtook Rurikid. Suck it, Rurik the Second. Maudlings are better than you. Okay, so, what were we doing directly now? I can take one more county. We own the entirety of the Netherlands. Or rather, Holland. We could do with taking Boulogne, Lille, or Guinness. Probably Guinness. Although Guinness is owned by one of our... No, in fact, both of them are. Damn it. In fact, you're in prison. Who are you jailed by? Oh, you're in jail by me. I have a claim on the title, allowing me to revoke it without being viewed as a tyrant. He will absolutely hate me for this, but I'm going to do it. Thank you. So, I am back up to my full complement of 6. What's the wife working on at the moment? She's managing the domain, so she's the reason I can manage 6 at all. Yeah, I remember now. Okay. And we have an empty council position. Was that my marshal? No. Wow, you are terrible. So I think we're going to put Roger as the marshal. Then we'll bring in Gunnar as the steward. And that's 3 powerful vassals in. We have no powerful vassals that need land. Need a council position. Excellent. Okay. Where are my armies? I'm assuming that we haven't raised them. We have raised them. Oh, we're raiding Ireland. No, we just fought the Battle of Meath. That's it. We just fought this against Alba. And because of weird AI, they just didn't fight back. Marshall's not my marshal. I don't think I can control Marshall. Actually, did she come back? Yeah, Marshall's not in the court. Unless she's a vassal. Wow, the Queen's my 4th best fighter. And you really don't want to screw with allll. Yes, I remember her being good. No, Marshall's not here. And what lifestyle am I on? Learning. Scholarship, right, because I am still the head of culture. Even if I'm not the head of the dynasty, I am the head of this culture. Because they're Swedish over there. How do you get a female knight? You can do it when you reform your faith, and this is an important step. Make sure you have equal gender rights. As long as the gender rights are equal, you can get shield maidens. Oh yes, and I can get rid of you now. You're dead. Unpin. Perk available. I would like to either get Apostate or Scholarly Circles. Learning per level of Devotion. What level devotion am I on? I'm on Devoted Servant, which is actually level 3. So I'd get either 2 or 3 more learning points. I mean, I'd take that. No, 2. I'd get between 4 and 6. What am I on now? 15. 21. It was 6. Get in. Even more learning. Huzzah! Let's get this fascination done. 16 years until we get the ledger. With my 83% bonus. Get in. Okay, so the armies are almost home. Gustav. Sure. Want to make sure it's not the leader of Lille. Although he's currently fighting someone. Or is he just raiding? Army of Lille. Who are you fighting? Brynolf, Peasant Revolt. Oh, you must be fighting somebody else's peasants. Okay then. Faction targeting me is disbanded. Well, that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and disband this army. We'll be able to immediately raise it again. We'll just wait a month for the reinforcements. There it goes. This will also switch out the champions, so we have the best possible champions. We're going to raise as raiders. Man, it takes us a while to get these troops through. And in fact, what I might even do is... Where do I have random outlying territories? That all went to Sweden. Wow, Sweden got all of this. I don't think I have any random outlying territories, so why is it taking me 45 days to raise my armies? That's a bit of time. Yeah, I don't own any of this. Oh well, guess we wait here a month. And this one I'm going to lead because I am after the Viking trait. I can prove my prowess at fighting as well as reading. Plus I want the opinion bonuses. So where should we raid? I was actually thinking, shall we go for Iberia? Because there's a lot of money down here. Although, oh wow. Yeah, there is. We would probably take a lot of attrition to taking all of that, though. Just going after England would be the easier option. Canterbury's back up to a 65. It's got to be England. Where do I have my dynasty on the throne of? We are the kings of Frisia, Denmark, and Sweden. And at some point, we'll go after Gardariki. We could raid Lotharingia. I mean, I'm already halfway onto the ships now. At some point, we should attack these guys again. Oh yeah, there's actually a lot of money here, up in the north. Well, let's go for England this time, and then we can go for Lotharingia next time. Oh, actually, England's got 4,000 men already. Agda. We're going to see a Normandy. I would like to have another crack at Brabant at some point too. But first, yeah, let's go and attack Maastricht. Raiding time. Once I have the Viking opinion modifier, I think we'll probably go to war. Ingolfer is in hiding. Ingolfer came to me complaining about Aubrey bullying him. He's been hiding in the castle to avoid him. You are studying learning. Good. Do not seek trouble when it's unnecessary. Why don't you hide in your room instead? A bully deserves whatever punishment you can imagine. I think I'd rather you were lazy than craven. I'm not raising a craven son. Oh, Trier's got here before me. Oh, he's sieging it properly. I could still raid that if I got there in time. Fire and blood. Maastricht is Brabant though, so I don't want to be stealing their development. So I'm instead going to say, give me bounteous plunder! Oh, my capital's shifted to Amsterdam. It's not in Brugge anymore. Considering this is my de jure capital, that does make sense. Just means that we're building up basically two areas for development. It's okay. Oh, we're actually killing their enemy. I meant to just raid the place at the same time. Oh well. You're welcome, Lotharingia. It's some fighting practice anyway. Oh! Wait, why am I... I'm now sieging this place. Odium Infinitus comes of age. I am proud to see my son is no longer a child. All effort to come to naught, however. Some petty scheming. So he's craven, diligent, and zealous. Oh, craven, bugger. Okay, so you're a schemer. You're also the eldest son. So you are probably going to be the one who inherits. Brave, charming. Frody, however, is the one that looks to have the most potential. But we'll get you married regardless. So, do we want to go for prestige? Do we want to go for abilities? Or do we want to go for alliances? High Chieftain of Jemba. The Earldom of... Oh no, that's our... that's our dynasty. Let's not do that. So's that. I mean, this is going to be the problem. All of the rulers of the Norse realms are going to be us. Can you explain how to become feudal? I can explain it, sure. Give me a minute. Because it's not easy. Where is this? I don't really want to have any. Also, you're too young. Although that doesn't matter so much. Right, what about prestige? The Duchy of Carinthia. Now, why aren't you at the top of the lists? Oh, that's this. They're huge. How is that not... They're a carling as well. She's an old Ersteru carling. That sounds like a perfect match. Look at that prestige gain. Done. Yeah, it's this bit of Bavaria. Sweet. Okay, so, again, why am I sieging this? Is this going to count as a raid, or not? Have I just taken over the siege from the previous people? That counted as a siege. Now we have to raid it as well. So we took that castle for no reason. Oh wow, I just lost a bunch of cousins. Siege of Rouen.